My name is John, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people make smart money decisions and then randomly stop. If you're someone who's been saving, investing, doing everything right, but somehow feels less motivated now than when you started, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today we're talking about the $300,000 danger zone. Why it messes with your head. Why it kills momentum. And how the people who push past it end up wealthy, while everyone else stays stuck. The strange wall at $300,000. Here's the thing. If you look at the financial journeys of self-made millionaires, engineers, business owners, doctors, boring index investors, you see something weird. Their motivation doesn't steadily increase as their net worth grows. It drops. And it drops hardest somewhere between $250,000 and $400,000. Now that sounds backwards, right? More money should mean more confidence, more security, more momentum. But psychologically? This is where money starts playing tricks on you. Why this stage feels so bad? Psychology first. Let's talk about what's happening in your brain. When you're broke or just starting out. Asterisk every $1,000 feels huge. Asterisk progress is visible. Asterisk you can feel improvement month to month. Going from $5,000, $25,000. $25,000, $100,000. Those jumps change your identity. You're no longer bad with money. You're no longer behind. You're proving something, to yourself and everyone else. But then you hit around $300,000, and something weird happens. Hashtag your lifestyle barely changes. You still. Asterisk wake up early. Asterisk go to work. Asterisk deal with stress. Asterisk budget. Asterisk say no to things. You don't feel rich. You don't feel free. And you definitely don't feel done. And this is where frustration creeps in. Now let's talk numbers. This is where it gets really interesting. Let's do some real math. Say you have $300,000 invested, a solid long-term return, let's say 7% per year after inflation means. $300,000 times 7% equals $21,000 per year. That's $1,750 per month. Before taxes. Before volatility. So your brain goes, wait. I worked for years for this, and it's only producing a used car salary. Exactly. This is the return gap, the gap between expectation and reality. You expected momentum, relief, validation. Instead, you got slightly more comfort, slightly more flexibility, and a whole lot of is this it. Why $300,000 is the hardest money you'll ever make. Here's what most people don't realize. The first $300,000 is the hardest money you will ever make in your life. Harder than the next $300,000. Harder than the next $700,000. Why? Because almost all of it comes from your labor, your discipline, your restraint, not compounding. According to Vanguard and Fidelity data, once portfolios cross roughly $400,000 to $500,000, the source of growth starts to shift. Before that point, you are the engine. After that point, your money starts pulling its weight. But at $300,000, you're stuck in the middle. Still grinding. Still sacrificing. But now the dopamine is gone. The motivation crash nobody warns you about. This is where people make quiet mistakes. They don't blow everything up. They don't panic sell. They just ease off. They stop investing aggressively. Upgrade their lifestyle a little. Justify nicer cars, nicer apartments, nicer vacations. Nothing dramatic. Just enough to slow the machine. And slowing the machine at this stage is deadly. Because compounding works like a flywheel. If you stop pushing before it's spinning fast enough, it never takes off. Why people rationalize quitting right here. Now, you might be thinking, Nick, quitting sounds dramatic. I wouldn't quit. Right. Most people don't quit. They set